Night talk. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get talking.
Someone to take alright. But I keep telling her to experience we taking for a stroll. To experience someone to rock and roll. To experience we taking for a ride. And I know it's not my foolish pride. She is the size of me. Because I turned her off her down. She only said we were meant to be. Somehow she thought I was a clown. This is what I said. I'm new experience to be taking for a stroll. To experience someone to rock and roll. I'm new experience to be taking for a ride. And I know it's all right. This is what I said. I'm new experience. She doesn't want me to now. She's got something to hide. I think she wants a clown, someone to take her ride. But this is what I said. I'm too experienced to be taken for a stroll. To experience for someone to rock and roll. I'm too experienced to be taken for a ride. And I know it's not my foolish pride. Whenever she passes by, she always finds herself with another guy. She even goes as far to say that I'm a superstar. But girl, oh girl, I'm not a substitute lover. Oh no, oh girl, don't take it for the substitute lover. Oh no, yeah. Whenever I call you on the telephone, there's someone to say you're not at home. Girl, you always have an alibi. It seems to me you're another guy. Don't pretend to find a love like when I get caught up in your rapture. You see, girl, oh girl, don't take me for no substitute lover. Oh no, ooh. Oh girl, I'm not a substitute lover. Oh no, get yourself together and change your act with your behavior behind your thoughts in the shop. Sometimes I wonder if you ever do the truth while your actions do won't get through. Oh girl, I'm not a First love, love is what I need. She called my name from coast to coast, telling people how she needs me the most. Whenever she passes by, she always finds herself with another guy. She even goes as far to say that I'm a superstar. But girl, oh girl, don't take me for no substitute lover. Oh no. Oh girl, I'm not a substitute lover. Oh no. Whenever I'm calling on the telephone, there's someone to say you're not at home. You always have an alibi. It seems to me you have another guy. Sometimes I wonder if you're loving me true by your actions and lyrics. Oh yes, oh girl, don't take me for no substitute lover. Oh no, oh girl, I'm not a substitute lover. Oh no.
I'll go to the next station Monday. All right, cool.
So we're going to jump in now.
Okay, I'll get the next one. Then I swear. And just because you really don't hear it.
And you know that we're not muted right now. So camera is on. You come over some more with Helix.
All right.
Welcome on YouTube. It's Randy Gaston here with Helix, and we're on a segment called Ganja Talk, where we'll be talking about growing marijuana, ganja, cannabis, the uses of it, experiences with cannabis, and overall just a learning process for all. Within the chat, you can ask questions, you can drop points. We'll definitely be shouting you guys out, and we definitely will make this an interesting topic and interesting stream. So we got 7 people watching now. We got Dr. Wiggle, we got T-Man, we got Weed It and Rep 420. We got Lemon GF LMG.
What's up, my bro?
That Nitro Nomad. Who else we got? We got Full Bore, Sexy Juggalo. Yeah, that seems to be for now. So bless up to everyone in the place. We're playing some Barrington Levy and some really roots reggae. So bless up for the vibe we had. Just gonna run another Peter Tosh as we spark up and get ready for this segment. For those who want to join in, I'll be dropping the link to the Google Hangouts in the chat. I'll be trying to see if I can get some more people on the panel. Let's see what we can do for this session, people. Much love, worldwide, universally, galactic-wide. Once you smoke weed, you're in my good books.
Yeah, when you can join along.
So, best out to everyone. So, I prepare the Peter Tosh so we can know how to legalize it.
Legalize it. Always a pleasure.
Sorry about that, people.
Don't criticize it. Legalize it, yeah, and I shall baptize it. Some call it tamaki, some call it weed, some call it marijuana.
Ganja.
More ganja. More ganja.
Criticize it. Legalize it, yeah, and I advertise it. Singers smoking, and layers of instrumental. Legalize it, yeah, that's the best thing you can do. Doctors smoking, nurses smoking, judges smoking, even lawyers too. So you got to legalize it. Don't criticize it.
No, I'm gonna watch it only. No, I'm gonna watch it. This on Kumar Christmas.
Her and Kumar Christmas.
Yeah. I'm watching. The big words is
Don't criticize it.
Christmas trees. What?
Legalize
Yeah, when we saw this on Christmas tree. But the Christmas tree I want in my house is a very common. But when I swing lights on that, that shit will go up in flames. We got sorry. What? No. Wow. Okay, so Virals TV, bless up. By the way, bless up Logan, man. Bless up Logan. Don't criticize it. That was Legalize It by Peter Tosh. Great way to start the discussion about ganja. Great way to start the stream overall. Legalize it. We've been asking for that for years. But what truly is ganja? What is cannabis? I'm going to give my definition. Could be wrong, could be right, but this is my definition. To me, cannabis is a plant with medicinal benefits. It grows and produces buds, produces seeds as well. And everything from that plant can be used to help mankind. There are psychoactive elements but yeah, when you get high, if you get uber high, that's a word, uber high. Uber high, you may see leprechauns and stuff. Yes. Who knows? The mind is a unique tool. But one of the main reasons for smoking cannabis is the uplifting feeling or relaxing feeling you can either get from enjoying cannabis, rather by smoking it, ingesting it in through edibles, tinctures, and oils, or vaporizing it. Many applications, many ways to be able to use this plant. It's not a drug, it's a plant. It's from nature, so we consider it a plant. With that, the different effects from cannabis. The window, I should say. keep it as soundproof as possible. Uber high, meaning you get so high that you travel
as far
as
possibly
and the
can.
only toll you're paying is each puff, each talk.
And the thing is, you just want to keep
So Uber high.
puffing. You just keep going.
So as I said, the different effects from cannabis, the uplifting effect, that happy, creative feeling you get from smoking cannabis, from ingesting, is from the sativa plant. Cannabis is broken up into 3 different categories. It is indica for that relaxation, pain relief, anti-inflammatory, all of that good stuff. The sativa, which is the uplifting high, the high that you get creative with, that actually adds to your dopamine levels and increasing a lot of bodily functions. For me, it ensures that I can eat because you do get the munchies. And then you got the rudimentaries. Rudimentals? Yeah, rudimentals. Don't really mess with them much, so it's not an area that I touch on. But those are the 3 categories to my knowledge. Regarding cannabis in Jamaica, it's been here for eons.
Long.
The Tainos used it, the slaves used it, everyone has been using it. And since the movement of the Rasta culture, it has been the forefront of identifying that said group through ganja. But overall, for me, ganja, weed, cannabis, whatever you want to call it, is an aid. Seal, shakiness.
No shakiness.
No shakiness. But yes, to me, it's an aid to ensuring that I have a better life. Many of us use cannabis for many reasons, medicinal, recreational, whatever those reasons. It actually helps to benefit our way of life and ensure that we can actually feel normal at the end of the day. Along with that, there are a lot of persecutions regarding this plant. A lot of people see eye to eye with us as cannabis users or even patients. They say it's a plant that should not be smoked, it's devil's lettuce, whatever they want to say. Everyone has their own opinion. But with that, it's our duty to educate them on the benefits, what this plant is, and in so many ways, help shed a light onto this topic. So ganja talk is basically us talking about ganja, growing it, cultivation, harvest, the different know-hows. So growing it, I've been growing for about 3 years, on and off 3 years. So I have a good amount of knowledge. Not saying I'm the best because no one is the best. I'm a young grower. I'm the new age, next generation grower. So with that, I take from everyone in the chat, everyone around me to ensure that I'm doing the best for my plants. With that, I love growing from seeds. I do cloning, but that's later on in the topic, growing from seed. So we have here a marijuana plant, a ganja seed.
Love.
Yeah, so small, yet so persecuted. With that, my preferred method of germination is getting a wet paper towel, putting the seeds inside, closing it up in a Ziploc bag or a plastic bag, and sealing it and putting it away in a warm, dark place for about the most 6 days. After the 3rd day, I normally check for any root growth. Successful root growth, you see the white root coming out from the plant. Yeah, you're good to go. You get your plant, your pot with your soil. For me, I build my soil. Building my soil, I get soil from here with the stones, or stones are like coral stones, so they have air pockets, good for aeration. Ensure that there is enough worms in there. Trust me, catching worms here in Jamaica, easy peasy. So you get your worms, and with that, they're there for the worm casting, providing additional aeration, a lot of stuff. So get my worms in there. I get my peels because along with putting in the worms, I got to be feeding the plants and also feeding what living organism or beneficial organism in my soil. So Dr. Wiggler knows how to catch worms. Nice. We need to talk about that because worms do play an important part overall ecosystem, not just gardening, the overall ecosystem. During my biology class in high school, I learned that the purpose for the worms is to basically eat the decomposed stuff, creating air channels so that your air can be flowing through the soil. Because yes, roots do need air, roots do need oxygen as well. So with that, worms are your best friend. Also, their castings, highly nutritious for a plant, highly nutritious for a wheat plant. So ensure that you get your worm castings and ensure that you have your worms in your soil if you go through soil. I want to be a little bit more organic. Dr. Wiggler, if you'd like, with the discussion of worms, you can most definitely jump on the indicate so if you would like to in the chat. But yes, get your worms, get your peels, or fruit peels that are mixed within the soil. Wait a second. Awesome. So with that, we got guano. Guano is the rat manure. With that, we get that straight from the caves here in Jamaica. Or you find somebody that's dried it and sell it. For me, I like prepping my guano. If it's fresh, the best way to deal with fresh guano is leave it in the sun for about 5 to 7 days. Leave it in the sun for about 5 to 7 days.
6 months.
5 to 7 days. Within 5 days, most of the harmful ammonia acids have been burnt out. Because what I do is, while having the guano burn out in the sun, I just like stir it up, ensure that each layer is burnt, and get some molasses water. I pour liquid molasses in water, shake it up, pour it on the molasses so that the enzymes are still feeding and alive, and they get that additional sugar boost, and just ensure that everything is prepped. I don't want to be putting fresh manure on my plant. It will burn the plant. There are still active acids within that manure. So mix it within the soil. What else do I put in my soil? Got the manure, got the fruit peels, got my worm castings, got my worms, got my soil for aeration. I got my stones for aeration. Yeah, my mulch. Yeah, like around here, they do a lot of cutting of the lawn, so we get that mulch. Cut up a small amount and ensure that it's in there. For me, it helps add moisture and gives everything in my soil something to feed on. So with that, my soil is prepped. My seed that has been shooting out that single root has been placed in, and with that, it's the seedling stage where I'm feeding it, basically watering it, not too much, but ensuring that the soil is still moist and damp, watching it over the time. And with that, you're going to see your plant shoot up. Now, the fun part begins where your plant is shooting up, it's pushing off different leaves. The first set of leaves aren't going to look like weed leaves. You're going to be like, huh? Why does it look so weird? But yeah, that's how it grows. Then after like the fourth node, you're going to see those big leaves that resemble that pot leaf that we all love and familiarize with cannabis. With that, you're watering your plants consistently. For me, I water once a day. Once a day. For me, I water early in the morning when the sun is about to come up. I like that kind of process because it allows them to get the moisture at the beginning of the day so that as the sun rises and the place gets warm, it has something to evaporate out. Or basically, how should I put this? I just ensure that my plants are getting enough water throughout the day, that if it does rain, they've had enough water and it's just adding to the supply, or the water is just there to keep the plant for the day. Allow my soil to not be fully wet. I don't want it to be too wet because I want the roots to grow. One of the ways roots grow is through heat or through dryness. Because in the desert, you can see a plant on the top, you just see a little shrub, but underneath it, it's a large root structure because roots stretch to find water. So don't overwater your plants. Allow the roots to stretch. More root growth means a lot of plant growth. And potting does come into play with that. So we're just talking about just early stages of growing, and with that, just gonna branch off and go to the chat. Anybody who wants to bring up anything, any questions, anything they want to throw out there, be free to just highlight me, and I'll definitely acknowledge. By the way, you've been quiet, Felix.
I've been quiet because I'm listening.
What are your intakes about growing weed?
I've grown weed for 2 years on and off. Just experimenting with some random kush I had first started off with. I got some purple firstly, starting off, and I just had them because I know I had that area where it's behind the hills. When the sun comes up, it gets cold, so I don't really have to worry about always water it like in the night and let all that water run out with the cold with it, and then in the morning it comes up with the damp.
Oh, so you water at night?
Yeah. So and the cycle is so hot wrong in the day.
Oh, so your humidity is different from mine.
Yes, it's hot in the morning.
One thing about Jamaica, there's no set climate for any area. It could be raining cats and dogs here.
And it be sunshine.
And he lives about a good 20 minutes away.
About a mile or two.
And it could be darn hot over there. Can't even wear a sweater. So Jamaica does have its diversities in different areas, experiencing different climates, humidity at different times. So kudos for you.
It's rough. It's rough at times. And when it started out with the ceilings, I wouldn't have to worry all that because I had some blocks there. All these get the blocks and put them in between the block and just let the coolness and then the water coolness of the blocks. It just wet the blocks every so often.
Oh, so just in the case that it gets hot.
You just wet it in the morning and then come back in the evening, just wet it so that the blocks keeps that moisture, coolness. So I can get like a lot of seedlings good really fast in that method.
Okay.
Yeah.
I definitely have to come around and see what you're doing, bro.
I do a lot of different methods to get different.
Oh, you're an experimental.
I experiment a lot differently.
Yes, for us as new growers, we like to experiment. I don't know. For me, we like to experiment.
And there's the tank right under there, so I push it into the tank, and tank is so cold at night, the ceilings come up, so I don't have to worry about ceilings. I just need more. I need proper seeds now. That's what I'm hunting for lambs.
We need light.
I need lambs.
You're lucky. You need to grow. You need to grow your first set, harvest, learn after that.
I'm planning to do
before you touch on the hard strain.
But I'm actually waiting. I want to reset for the year.
I'm starting January.
That's what I'm waiting for. I'm resetting for the year. That's why I'm hunting seeds right now. Hunting mostly seeds.
Okay, I got one.
Oh, boy.
Okay, so we got a question from Piccolo's son. He says, what's the best strain to raise What's the best way to raise sativa indoors? One of the best ways to raise sativa, that's a tall plant. Sativas are taller than indica. Those plants tend to raise up. Along with that, you have to ensure that lighting is in your favor. Uh, for me, I used to grow 400 watt upwards. I believe 400 watt is sufficient to produce a good amount of cannabis and provide sufficient lighting for one to two indoor crops. For me, if I go into 400 watts, it's going to be about 1 to 2 plants, enough for the canopy so that they're getting that wide spectrum, and enough lighting. Lighting plays a key role with growing indoors. If you're going to grow indoors, LEDs, high pressure sodiums, those are the way to go. I'm looking into LEDs now with Photon Phantom to see the best way to reduce the energy but have that full spectrum that the plant needs. So LEDs 400 watt upwards, that's your best way to go. Ensure that the humidity is between 70 and 75. Not humidity, the temperature 70 to 75 Fahrenheit. See,
Yes.
I'm getting high.
Yes.
So temperature 70 to 75 Fahrenheit. The humidity good 50%, 50 to a good 58 is running it good. Anything above that, you may be inviting mold into your area. And with that proper airflow, nutrients, and you're good to go. Any worm questions? Worm questions, as I said. Bless up True Patriot in the place. Bless up, my brother. We got Token Steve 420. And we got, where's the other question? For Dr. Wiggler, any worm questions? I really would want to speak to you if you could jump on the live or even after the stream, because I know a little compared to most people about worms. As I said, we're experimental growers growing good enough, but we're still learning as we go by. So anything you want to drop in chat for me to read out, you can highlight me, and I most definitely will, Dr. Wiggler. And any other questions? How much do you pay for half in your ends? Half. That'd be the equivalent to a 50 baht.
Yeah.
You pay basically $50 Jamaican for a half, and that would be in US. About a good 27 cents.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let me calculate it.
I'm about to
The
get
currency is like 125 now, 125 Jamaican for $1.
Please come up. I said 125.
So it would be, let me see, $50, you know the rate, want to know the price, so it's 125 divided by 50.
Yeah. $2 and
No. Then you times it by, so basically 25 cents. 25 cents. And you have to go in Jamaica.
Yeah, 25 cents. You good to go to Jamaica. And if you carry like 100 US, you are going to be showered with weed.
100 US and you can get up to 2 pounds of good quality grade. I can get a high grade, like high local grade for $6 grand. That's basically 50 something dollars.
And if you come down with $1,000,
if you come down with $1,000, you're touching high market strains, and you're getting pounds.
You'll be wanted in a sense.
You'll just be a very happy, high person.
You don't have to be moving all the time.
No, you're good to go. Sit down in here. Look here. Let's stop hiding with this thing. Oh, for half an ounce. Half an ounce. Nah, half an ounce you can pay $5.
$5. Box cover $5. Listen to me good. $5 US.
$5 US and you can get half an ounce. If that's a
20
half is.
20.
For an ounce you pay $10.
Don't let my job say 36 pounds. 36 pounds you can get a lot.
36 pounds for a pound. At 36 pounds you can get. Yeah, you can get up to 3 pounds. The pound is very strong here in Jamaica. And so for anyone that wants to jump in the channel, there's the Google Handles link. So yeah, I think we got mixed up.
Yeah.
Yeah, for half of an ounce, $5 US, and you're good to go. That's what you're good. 600 bag and you're good to go. Good ounce. Grand. Literally could get a good ounce of local for Grand in Kingston.
Yeah. That's how weed is down here. You can get good
about $10.
Yeah.
And you're good to go. You can get papers
as well.
Ooh, True Patriot in the place. Well, go on, YouTube comment, please. Awesome. Best up. 90% iso poly. Can't even pronounce that word. I don't know. I'm actually looking for that lemon because I actually want to make some Rick Simpson oil. So if I get it here, it's gonna be great for me. But if not, I may have to import it. It's legal, so. It's legal, so.
Stop looking at stuff hiding from it, man. Find different strains of sativas in Jamaica. Well,
we don't really have an official site.
We don't have official.
Well, I'll definitely look into that for you, Piccolo, and definitely link you. Catalog. We need to do a catalog here of Jamaica. No weed. Okay, if they stop you, I don't mind, but if you show up with the liters of that thing, I tell you this, we can just say, oh, you just show up with liters of it, give us about 50 pounds. We're good. We come back with about 5 to 10 pounds of weed. I would just, they are making Rick Simpson oil for days.
Slavery all over again, the sweatshop, Randy specialty.
Okay, the only thing we ever slave over is cannabis. The only thing worth me sweating in pain and agony because the rewards are so sweet. Okay, Nitro Nomad, if you were in Jamaica and you say, oh, boom, you have 100 US. See? And you say, oh, Randy, what I can get for this? I said, don't worry. I said, I come back with about 5 pounds. I'm saying, you're pressed until your heart desire.
Enjoy yourself. Yes, Lambert. Yes, I'm asking
Let's start the Greenhouse podcast. Don't worry, I will be going for that, and I will be specializing in it. I might just take 6 months out of my time to just dedicate to not just growing it, but after growing, 6 months of research, growing back the clones. looking into which clone produce what
I'm
phenol.
gonna try different ways of growing it too as well.
Yeah,
In
for sure.
environments.
Also, with the UE and UTech, thank
Yes.
God for them. They have a testing facility for THC and all of that good stuff. So
Yeah.
we can test, we can send samples and get it tested. Yeah.
Mhm. Mr. Workup.
Yep, but that's right though. I'm going through Patriot, much of another place. True?
I don't know why I can't hear anything. Can you hear me, Randy?
Yes, I can. You're a bit loud here.
Kind of loud.
All right, you can go ahead. Can you hear me? Okay, good. We can't hear you. We need a bump sound.
There goes the camera.
That's all good. How's your day going so far, Jimmy? Okay, so while True Patriot.
Okay, I can't hear you, Randy. Chat can hear me. I don't know what's going on. I
No,
don't
we
know if
can
it's a
hear
lag
you.
on my end or.
I can hear you.
Try jumping out and jumping back in.
Okay, I can't hear you, Randy. Chat can hear me. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's a lag on my end or.
I can hear you. Try jumping out and back in. Okay, so
Everybody can hear each other. It seems it's just some things just not right.
okay, so let's go back into church and see what's going on. You should make.
How about now?
Yeah, we can't hear
I
you.
still
Can
can't
you hear
hear
me?
anything. I don't know if the Hangout app is all of a sudden malfunctioning on my end or. Let's see.
Can you hear me now, brother?
Feel it over there.
Yeah, we can't hear you.
I don't know if the Hangout app is all of a sudden malfunctioning.
I said try jumping out of the call and jumping back in, brother. So,
No, I can. If I've got the channel open and I can hear through the channel. I can't hear through Hangouts, and when I come out and I come back in, because there's a lag between Hangouts and the channel, I'm rehearing all that. I can't hear through Hangouts, and when I come out and I come back in, because there's a lag between Hangouts and the channel, I'm having some and I can hear through the channel.
Can you hear me now? Okay, so True is gonna jump back in. So best of True Patriot being in the place.
Weird.
Very weird.
Very weird.
So where were we? We're talking about weed. No, we're actually in concentrates. Concentrates.
Oh boy.
For us here, it's not a popular thing here in Jamaica.
How about now?
We have Chalice. They have Chalice, which is basically hand hash. What they do, they get to the bud when the plant when it's in early bloom stage, early flower stage, and they basically do a technique where they rub their hands on the plant. Yes, they wash their hands first, but they rub their hands on the plant. I don't even know how to do it. They have an eye to it. So they rub their hands on the plant and they basically extract the gum and the crystals that will be produced from that
I'm
plant.
going to reboot it
And
and see if that takes care of the issue.
Wash your hands first.
go ahead and do that.
I'm going
Okay, so as I said, once they've done that, they basically get a hot knife or some tool to extract all that gum that has been built up on their hands and they roll it into balls. It's really nice. But other from that, we see on the field now, on the cannabis field in Jamaica, on the market, we have people coming out with extracts such as wax, BHO, RSO. For those who don't know what BHO and RSO is, I learned, and thankfully, thanks to YouTube and everyone around me, RSO is Rick Simpson oil using this 90% alcohol mixture to extract it, and BHO is using butane. That's from hindsight that I've learned. So if I'm wrong, correct me. If there's anything more, go right ahead and share. Here is where we share and learn from each other. So yeah, you see people coming out with different types of extracts. I got basically a keef capsule the other day. Looking on my friend's Instagram, brother in the weed campaign, he's got his license and running road. He makes extracts. He's doing oils, wax, a lot of stuff changing here in Jamaica, and that's a good look. We're going into the extraction business ourselves over here, edibles and everything. Want to ensure that we've learned all that we could during this time of experimenting so that next year when we start pushing towards a serious market which is the company, we're also going to be bringing in individuals, but also we want to be hands-on on the farm. We don't want to be back in no office pushing papers. This is our goal and passion. So growing weed should be a passion if you really want to do this seriously. But when there's some music, this is indeed quiet. A little music and burn some weed and just relax for a few moments.
Again. I'm going out right now. Oh, shaking the system over.
No shaking it.
It's too late. Yes, fuck.
The record from Zion every coast. Ready to rock. We sing Coco, Coco, it's Coco de rock. Coco, Coco, it's Coco de Rasta. Coco, Coco, Coco de rock. Coco, Coco, it's Coco de Rasta. Somebody is working out the sound system. The sound system. Say that director, moving through space and time. Brother Duffy ain't got nothing. He's spinning down the best line. Why don't you get on board the Zion Express? You sing Coco, Coco, it's Coco rock. Coco, Coco, it's Coco Rasta. Rasta, yeah. Coco, Coco, Coco rock. Coco, Coco, it's Coco Rasta. Rockin', 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 we got it rock you. In the night, in the day, we gonna rock your soul. Positively moving on, oh, we take your time. No matter what you say or do, you're gonna rock it down. That's why we say, go, 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 go. It's not gonna rock. Go, 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 go. It's not gonna rasta. Go, 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 go now. Go, go, rock. Go, 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 go. It's not gonna rasta.
Yeah.
Rockin' it, rockin' it, rockin' it, rockin' it, together, rock you. In the night of the day, we finally rock your soul. Positively moving on, oh, we take your time. No matter what you say or do, jump on the rock and down. That's why we say, go, 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 go. It's not gonna rock. Go, 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 go. It's not gonna rasta. Rasta man. Go, 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 go now. Go, go, rock. Go, 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 go. It's not gonna rasta.
Chris.
Go, 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 go now. Go, go, rock.
Yo.
Go, 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 go. It's not gonna rasta.
Also, guys, I'm gonna shout out 420 Mad Bloke. He has custom bongs. It's called Custom Dankness. I'll show you what he has going for him. I got the Chalice. He has the bong. So just promoting another YouTuber, another person in the community. So this is 420 Mad Dogs. Not dumb. No. It's so heavily copywritten that I will get so many strikes me turn into a zebra. So run this song. But yes, back to 420 Mad Blogs design. Custom dankness. As you can see, you can get custom designs, have your name in the bong itself. You can also have a design on the bottom. So yeah, that's 420 Mad Blokes 3D bonds. Hit him up on Instagram. You can drop the link. I'm gonna drop it as well. Hit him up. Show him some love. Inquire about these beautiful items here. Also remember my Chalice. The link is in the description below. Much love to everyone and just showing some love here in the community.
yeah. Before I leave,
Chris.
What the fuck?
Come on, brother.
Randy, you there?
Yeah.
Well, then you can hear me. That's good. Technical issues. Trying to run a laptop with way less memory than is probably efficient poses issues at times.
And switching around something myself. Something not picking up the driver. To hell with it, technology. One second, guys. Gotta switch something around now. But it's not picking up, so.
That was weird.
Is it indeed?
What kind of grow discussions have we been having today?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
So saying we're just talking about growing cannabis overall, our views on it, and trust me, you just need to just spread the knowledge. For me, I'm still a young grower, so
We make it
I
a lot
don't mind
harder than it
sharing.
has to be. I've noticed that when I wanted to grow mushrooms, mushrooms, you can walk out in the woods anywhere and there's mushrooms growing everywhere. I decided I wanted to grow my own. And the hardest thing was people would try to, they make it so complicated, you know. A lot of this stuff, we overthink it. I mean, I've seen a man with a room that he spent, $20,000-$30,000 in to turn out a product that was no better than the guy next to him who's got, 3 or 4 plants growing in a bed of a broken down pickup truck in the back of his yard. We overdo it a lot. Makes it
That's
harder
true.
for the new growers. And like with these concentrates, I mean, I know that I'm old fashioned and I'm probably by a lot of definitions old school, but I thought it was a big deal when I was taking my keef and I started sifting hash and pressing hash. I thought that was a concentrate. I thought, hey, I'm doing the next greatest thing. And then all of a sudden, now they're taking damn like they've got these closed loop extraction processes in a big old laboratory and multi-millions of dollars worth of equipment, and it's just
Yeah,
the whole,
I can agree with that. For me, as a new grower, when I started, I was overwhelmed with all of the information that was being piled on top of me. And I understood there's no perfect way to growing. Everyone has their own set method because they're aiming for different stuff. For me, I just want a quality plant that can get me well medicated. I don't
Well,
need to go the expensive route if I don't need to.
well, the easy thing for me was I spent my whole life since age 14. If you know, everybody has problems, whether you're
Yeah.
sick, whether maybe you're in a bad mood today because I don't know, you and your girlfriend got in a fight last night. Whatever the case is, we all have problems.
That's true.
And so when we seek out happiness, we all, we try to fix things. That's just human nature. We have a problem, we fix the problem. Now that being said, what I found was that if I looked at my life since age 14 when I first came across cannabis, the one go-to cure for everything. I'm not saying cannabis cures everything. What I'm saying is that cannabis
Adds
has
a
helped treat every condition I could possibly have. The next best thing to do would be to grow it. Why would I spend money that I can't afford to give to some other man for treatment that Mother Earth already put in my face? So we grow, you grow your own medicine, produce your own medicine.
Right, it's so
And
funny. That is so true because growing up here, I remember when I was walking by a house was being built and they left it for some time, gonna redo the construction a couple months, and I saw a cannabis plant that was basically growing on its own, and that plant was staring me down. And I thought, oh, you get high through the leaves. I kept on picking the leaves and like looking at it and like, but that was like when I was about 12. So it's a part of Earth. It's been there. So the best thing to do is indeed grow it, understand it, and appreciate it for what it should be.
and it
Medicine.
talks to you. It talks to you.
That
I
is
did the research when I first started growing. I looked into everybody's method. I had a bunch of old hippies that, kind of showed me the ropes and got me the general basic knowledge. And then you get to reading and you see shit like, you've got to put your finger, if you want to know when to water, you've got to put your finger in the soil and it has to go past this knuckle, and if this knuckle's wet, then it's still wet. Or then I seen you had to do all this weird, confusing, just crap, I like to call it. Whereas my plants, when I need to water my plants, I water my plants. Now, not cannabis, all my plants. I water my plants when they tell me they need water. They're thirsty.
That's a good point.
When they're hungry, they let me know that too. They really like nature. So if you find ways of incorporating nature within nature, you'll always come out better. Little brown eggs. Them brown eggs are a lot higher in calcium than a store-bought egg. I wouldn't buy an egg at a store. Why the fuck would I buy an egg at a store?
Question: the store-bought eggs, they look white?
Yeah, they're sick.
Here in Jamaica, those brown eggs.
Yeah, all eggs, they should have color to them.
Man, we actually have egg farms. Like I can walk by and go and pass about 5 different egg farms around the area.
Even my white eggs, if I pull, now some of them, depending on what species of chicken you're dealing with,
That too.
some chickens do lay a white egg, but it isn't, if you put my white egg up next to one that's from a store, you're going to say my egg isn't white. It is in fact a white egg. Yeah, they don't really, you're not, when you, it's just like anything. When you start out with something that's sick, what is it going to produce? It's going to produce something that is a product of itself. A sick chicken will lay a sick egg. A person will eat a sick egg from a sick chicken, and they too will become sick.
That is true. By the way, True Patriot, regarding the different methods that yeah everyone stumbles upon, for me, what I can see from what you've explained, you're an experienced girl.
Yes.
You know what you're looking for, and with that, kudos to you. You took the time out to invest into this passion and learned the necessary tools.
Yeah.
People that are just starting out, at times they need training wheels. So that may be a training wheel that may be
Do their research.
overcomplicated, but it starts out so that you can eventually do your research. And for me, it took me after growing to finally realize, hey, my planter talk to me. Like I can go outside and I can just and what I do, I'm in total silence. I go outside and I just stand amongst my plants and I'm just looking down at them. Before I touch them, I just look out at them. And then I go over and then I inspect each and every one and then all right, you need water. You need some little bit more nutrients. Something will go on with you, something bite you. Look
They
at
need
there's
everything that you do. They need everything that you do. Uh, it's like I see a lot of times these new growers. They won't do their research. Everybody they think that, hey, I got a pocket full of money. I can go buy a seed. I can go buy a light, and now I'm a
buy
cannabis
a
farmer.
fancy grow tent. Nah,
Yeah, now I'm a cannabis farmer. They don't do their research. They don't look into stuff. Would you want to be put in a little bitty box all by yourself? No, you want people to come and talk to you. You like to listen to music. You've got friends. Well, your plants are the same way. You'll find that, like, what I think's neat is I can take cilantro for whatever reason. If I have cilantro, I've tried because I grow ground cover around my plants, even indoors. I can't ever get cilantro to work out. Now basil's just fine, but for whatever reason, I don't have good result with my cilantro when I put it in the same container with the cannabis. Well, you know what? Maybe just maybe the cannabis and the cilantro don't get along. Is that But people don't ever think like that. They think of science, but they don't think of the spirit, the essence. What makes a plant a plant? What makes you you? And that's something that isn't something that you're going to read in a book. That comes from doing it. You want to learn how
that's
to be a
true.
good grower? Grow some good dope. You want to grow some good dope? You'll figure it out. Get your feet wet. Put your work in.
Oh God. Like first time growing was but look here. I thought the weed gods would come down and slap me silly, but like, boy, looking back, I'm like, I made some mistakes, and without them, I could not see that they were mistakes. I could not say, all right, I did that so wrong that the plant literally looked at me crying out for mercy.
Yeah.
That not gonna happen again.
I had
You have to get your feet wet.
giant colas. I had a cheese candy plant, and it was by Delicious Seeds. It was a cheese candy plant, and it was huge. It had the colas on it were the size of my arm, and they were everywhere. I didn't know nothing. I didn't have any. I was out of cannabis. I was out. I didn't have nothing, and I went in my grow, and there was these big. Anyway, so I chopped a bunch of them off. I thought, no big deal. Look how big that bud is. I'm gonna just chop it off. It looks good. Yeah, I've been there, done that. Learn from that mistake.
Uh, did no, I saw a friend did that. I was like, don't we like? I get
Not
that.
really.
I usually in the first time got it a little bit wrong with timing, and I learned patience is the key. And trust me, there were some early buds chopped and
Did
some.
you ever quick
Oh,
dry? Did you ever do that one? Try to
oh
dry
God,
it, get a big cola and try to dry it out on an oven or in a microwave.
microwave oven hair
Yeah,
straightener.
yeah, yeah.
We made those
But it was
mistakes.
a learning. It was a learning thing. That it sucked that we went through that. but it was good too because nature's the best teacher. Trial and experience, and once you've went through those things, hey, you don't make that mistake again.
That is true.
Back. Give me a split.
Yeah, we thought we lost you. Like,
No, I just needed some time.
Dr. Wiggler was like, we lost Felix.
No, I just needed some time. Hey, maybe people.
Yeah, they say, look him down and bounce right back. But a hard man faded. Hope I don't get copyright for that one. Yo.
I run those songs up and listen quite well.
Copyright
Listen,
for
it's
what?
low.
It's low.
Like
You
YouTube
can't
hits me with
copyright.
strikes. There are some songs that
Oh.
will literally have my.
Yeah, they do every day. But you figure
Okay,
they
I'm playing
channel,
Jamaican dancehall.
No,
I'm
yeah,
they
playing
take my
Jamaican.
channel down all the time.
I'm alright. I don't need the money from YouTube. I'm pushing chalices. Pass my chalice. Yes, I'm pushing chalices.
Yes.
So to support my channel is by supporting the chalice. YouTube is a corporation like any other corporation that you need to meet
Yes.
specific
Loophole.
requirements.
When it comes to YouTube, hey, sub or don't sub, like or don't like. It doesn't matter to me. None of it. Because at the end of the day, when a man sets out to do something, the only thing that that man truly requires is the tools to get the job done. And at the end of the day, YouTube, Google, AdSense,
Instagram,
nothing
everything.
but a tool. That's all it is. This is a tool.
But the sad thing is, speaking of tools, most people don't know the tool that they have in front of them.
Yeah.
You know, when it was months ago, I realized what my phone was actually used for.
If people
My
think
phone
that YouTube's an ATM card or a debit card, they're probably not going to be happy.
No. YouTube is where you build a community, be a part of something, get
get
your
people to
views
support.
out, get people to support you, and you support them. With that, you grow. You take the life lessons you need, and you grow with it. If you're
I
coming
don't
in,
know the last time, Randy, in honesty. I do not know and cannot tell you the last time I paid money and bought a seed.
and that is true. Giveaways, people sending you, people just
I mean, your
trading.
breeders, Rosanier is going to send me a press after the first of the year. You know, it's like an $800 press. They're just going to send me one.
Can I get one?
I-
Tell them that they want. There's a Jamaican that wants to press his life away.
I
No,
think they
seriously.
feel sorry for me. I think they feel sorry for me. I don't know. I don't care.
No, look at it this way. The way you use your tool is what you're reaping. You went out with a mission and through different bumps and trials,
Yes.
it might not have seemed like you've done much, but guess what? You're getting out there. For me, it's hard to get recognition in Jamaica.
Yeah.
In all
And
honesty,
especially, I would imagine, I don't know because I'm not Jamaican, but I would bet that it's real hard to get recognition in the cannabis community.
oh,
I mean,
geez.
Jamaicans have always been known for my entire life. When someone says Jamaica, the first thing, hey, you got some weed?
Yeah.
That was the first thing I thought. I got a cousin that she's in the Marine Corps in the United States military. Her husband, she's married to a Jamaican. All right, so I had never met them, and they came over one holiday. And the first thing I'm thinking, he's a real, and she tells me you've not met him, but he's a real Jamaican. He still has a Jamaican citizenship. He lives here. He's a dual citizen, whatever. But he's a real Jamaican. Man, I bet you he's got some killer smoke. That's the first thing I thought. I didn't even think to try to get to know the guy as a person because he's a Jamaican. He's got, man, damn, he's probably got some damn good smoke. I would, oh man. So
Like that actually is a good.
you could be original. I mean, if you popped up and you said, "Hey, I'm in the cannabis community, and I'm Randy, the Jamaican." Guess what? I grow cannabis. then the world would just laugh and say, shit, well, what makes you different than any other Jamaican? And I don't know. It seems like it would be hard in the cannabis community being in Jamaica because everybody.
That is true. No, that is indeed true, and that's what makes me so different. I'm the first Jamaican to be doing a live stream, being able to touch across different borders. I'm not just sticking to one style. I'm the Jamaican that decides, you know what? Every little piece of this thing makes up the puzzle. So my trials, failure, experiences are what is going to be able to grow me as that grower I want to be.
Yes.
I'm not going to be settled with just growing good weed, good cannabis. I'm supposed to be able to just grow because I love it, but also the feeling I get from seeing my customers. I want to always be able to get that quality, not just looking at one method, but doing different methods, getting seeds from the States, trading, preserving what is in Jamaica. And
or you have a friend, and let's say that friend has got real severe pain, and they come out and they get to your house and they can't even get out of their car. They're having problems walking, and you can look at that person and tell that they're really in bad shape.
True, Patriot. I'm going to tell you this. I've been around old people all my life. They're basically, the world is my inspiration for this venture because I've lost people to cancer. I've seen arthritis, a lot of things, glaucoma. I've been the epicenter of the world itself.
And the pills.
Cannabis has. No, don't talk about the pill. I got chicken Ganja and I took Panadol for 3 days.
Ugh.
I was taking up to six pills a day.
I hate pills.
One spliff, and I was up and around eating, cleaning, and everything.
Or you could have just sat there and kept taking pills for however long, huh?
No pills.
No pills.
My mom.
Healthy people do not make money. Healthy people are not worth as much. So they try to keep.
Walk on, Randy.
You know, you're sharing the Jamaican or the Caribbean thing. Just yo,
Patriot.
Jamaican. Yo, anytime you come to Jamaica, hit me up.
Yes.
You're going 15 so well. No, one thing comes to Jamaica and he gives them a $10 bill, you're gonna get shit weed at times. They fuck around with the tourists like that. I'm gonna tell you.
They would let me have a passport. I had always wanted to someday visit Jamaica.
But I tell you that if Piccolo come, as soon as him chat, oh yeah, you're there. All right, we can't run pro with that one, yeah. Might tell you for suck with mother.
I heard a lot of horror stories. I always figured I'd end up probably stuck on a beach somewhere with a fishing pole and a big bag of ganja, and just that would be my life. I mean, I would have no. I can walk down the beach. I can find me something to eat in the woods. I don't need to go to no stores. I don't need to go to no restaurants. I can, just live.
True, Patriot. You have farming communities for that. I mean, remember, there's the land that we're gonna do the grow up on.
Yes.
As I said, this was during April, May. No, May. Yeah, during May. This was full on season for fruits. We're seeing apples, Jamaican apples, by the dozen on the floor because they've fallen off the tree. And when we look up on the tree, we're still seeing apples. We're passing yam, potatoes, sweet potatoes, chicken farms. Everything that you would need is in the communities.
Yes.
That's why Jamaica is always going to be striving, because we grow what we eat and eat what we grow.
And you can barter. I really like bartering. I've got chickens and I've got eggs. I grow a lot of crops, but one of the crops that I don't generally grow, I don't grow corn. My neighbor, he's a farmer. He has lots of corn. So, hey, I'll keep you in eggs. You and your family, as long as you need eggs, you come and get your eggs from me. And likewise, in the same token, when I need corn, you take care of me. No money
And that's the best
changes
system.
hands. And then that's how
Best
we
system.
work it out. I don't have a tractor, but he has a tractor. So, hey, I'll come over to your house and I'll chop wood, or I'll do whatever for you. And you come over to my house when you've got the tractor out and you plow, this field for me. And that's still conducting business, but no money changed hands. And that's how
The
it should be.
olden ways.
No
That's the
man
olden ways
can own,
where we did
no
things for
man
each other
can own
out
another
of
man.
goodwill and out of exchange. We actually saw value in our work.
Common
Right.
law, according to common
One,
law of the land, the law of the land, you can never take or reap a reward from another man's efforts. You're not supposed to. If this man goes out here and he works all day, that man is who is entitled to that reward. And we violate that. The government violates that. It always gets twisted around. We end up, we that's why we go to grocery stores. That's why we're losing our ability to produce our food, because they've taught us this idea
we
that
need
no,
we need to
you need to
move
go to
on.
work all day and then you need to give the government half of your money.
True Patriot, you need
Yes.
to come to Jamaica. You
What?
need to come to Jamaica because
America won't let me leave.
oh
They
God.
will not.
I feel because
I'm on an
looking into
international
now,
no-fly list.
hearing stuff like this makes me really appreciate where I grew.
I am a political
We have-
prisoner, much like your Bob Marley was.
Don't worry, give them a couple more years. Give me a couple more years. I have my plans for my cannabis community. I need you guys to
You know
fill
how
up my
they got
coffee
people
shop.
that would get on boats in Cuba and go to Florida? I want to be just the opposite. I want to be the
Come to
guy that
Jamaica?
goes down to Florida and jumps on a boat and tries to exile or renounce U.S. citizenship and go to Jamaica or somewhere.
Just start rowing, man. Just start rowing.
I wonder what they
got.
would Jamaica, if I showed up in a boat today in Jamaica, would Jamaica say, "Oh, motherfucker, you get your white ass back across the water," or would they let me be there?
There are ways around the system.
No. Thinking about it, legally they would send you back because
They
you're
would
an
send me
American
back?
citizen.
Damn it.
Yeah, the U.S.
Like
embassy.
that.
The U.S. embassy would grab you so fast. Yo, you'd be the
They
catcher.
won't let you. They won't let us. They keep us. And it's not just me. Same token would be true for you. Show up to America unannounced. They would do the same to you. I don't understand. Where did this idea of
My
borders come
visa.
along? There is no border. What the fuck is a border? There's no borders. It's stupid.
I'm going to tell you this. In all honesty, the border system, it's just a way of life. I understand it. I see it's foolishness. It's not going to change for now. For me, it's either going with the flow or over time being that little change that slips notes underneath it. You don't need to start a revolution by starting the fire. No, you need to be that guy that carries the fuel. He plays an important role as well.
The guy that's got the little striker for the matches. That's an important one too.
Yeah, everyone plays their role in this because over time the world is going to be coming together. That's my ultimate prayer. Because at the end of the day,
I could move to Jamaica and be a potato farmer.
Yo, I was Jamaica. I was in a taxi going, and the man I say, I'm just take up an acre potato, and him I look for 200 and something thousand Jamaican, and I'm like, yeah man, go there with the farming, that me love.
Enjoy your farm.
Growing up, I was ever so blessed to be a part of a farming family. My granddad raised goats and tilled the soil. We had everything in the backyard to eat. And I know how to butcher a goat like there's no tomorrow.
Yeah. You're butchering a goat tomorrow?
No, like I know how to butcher a goat. Like there have been times like just
You
I
know what
was
I like to do,
always
goats?
there.
I take the goat and dig a hole and get some hickory. We have hickory trees. Hickory, I don't know if you have hickory in Jamaica, but we have hickory trees. And I'll get some hickory wood and I'll build a big bonfire in that hole. And then we like to take hemp or burlap sacks and soak them in rainwater for a couple days so they're completely soaked. Take that goat, get rid of the guts, and then just take the entire goat, wrap it up in them burlap sacks, throw it in there on top of your fire. Take all your dirt and everything, bury it back over.
Oven
Let it
bake. That's it.
sit. Let it sit. Get a friend, and we'll drink some. We might drink some beer. We'll smoke. We'll hang out,
Yo,
and then the next.
I did that during cadet camping. When I was in high school, I decided, you know what, I'm not gonna be around a computer for the rest of my life. Let me enjoy my youth because growing up, I loved going outdoors. So cadets was my escape. We went to Roxborough. It's like the home of Michael Manley.
Yeah, Michael Manley. We camped
Yeah.
there for a couple of
Yeah.
days.
So it's like the home of Michael Manley, and basically we camped there. I fell asleep in a tree, climbed in a tree, and was like, "Fuck this shit." Woke up back.
You didn't fall out though.
Trying
So
to,
good thing.
no, wait at this thing for. I tied myself to this to the tree and was there. I was so relaxed. It was the best sleep. Imagine swaying with the tree and you're in the hills and the Jamaican here hitting you, and no mosquito, no mosquito, and the tree was perfectly shading me. I felt like a king. Came down and then my CEO looked at me and just handed me a potato and an egg. I was like, what?
Breakfast.
Funny thing, that was lunch.
What?
It was like find a way.
Find a
Gave
way.
everyone a potato and an egg and was like find a way. Want to hear the funny thing is? I was the one that dug the fire pit. Before I went up the tree, they were like, Gaston, come here. Can I help you dig this? I was like, yo, no soft, I don't know about digging fire pit. A piece of stick and was like, ning, 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 carve out everything. Then say, you know, if you do this, yeah, man. I was the one that set up the fire pit and I was like, yeah, man, we need to find a way.
That goat's good like that. That's some of the
Yo,
best meat. And a lot of Americans see in Western culture. I've got Hispanic friends, and you know they eat a lot of goat. Don't eat much
yo,
goat here in America. And
come to Jamaica and ask for some curry goat. Find a Jamaican restaurant, an
Your soul.
authentic Jamaican
Your soul,
restaurant.
man. Your soul.
Oh, you know, are you gonna know if it's authentic? Just listen out for a Jamaican word. The cashier or somebody like the kitchen support say, are you an idiot? Just listen out for the kitchen. The kitchen going to speak to you. If the kitchen don't speak to you like a Jamaican, step away
Don't
quickly.
enter. Walk.
But if you hear the sounds of Jamaica in the kitchen, ask for curry goat,
Curry goat.
rice and peas,
Yeah, rice and
and
peas.
plantain.
And plantain.
rice, that makes everything better. You can make
No,
a meal out of rice.
Jamaican rice and
Yes,
peas
right.
is basically
Is
rice.
it long grain? In Jamaica, is the common rice? Is it a long grain or what's a common Jamaican rice?
Short grain rice.
Different.
Short grain rice.
Short grain rice.
Is it
But
white,
it
brown
swells.
rice?
Brown rice. Brown, we have white and brown, but we mostly use the brown rice. The brown rice, it swells a lot.
It's better for you.
But
Too.
it's white rice and peas is basically the brown rice. Basically boiled in coconut milk.
Yep.
Butter, a tip of salt because you need a little bit of salt. We got a Scotch bonnet pepper. We just throw that Scotch bonnet pepper in there. We got escallion thyme, and then we drop kidney beans in that. We pressure the kidney beans, soften them, and we just throw them in there. You see, when they hit that steam, you're just like, there have been times I've been sitting over the pot eating the rice alone, and I'm wondering, why am I just eating rice and there's chicken in front of me? You know what? It's a feeling.
Hey, if it feels good, that's what you should eat.
Oh, Jamaican dishes are awesome. I said, being here, I was able to. I was explaining to Beninia and Mrs. Beninia,
I'm
going
gonna
outside for me, going
this.
outside for me, 8 years old when I was living in Clarendon. I stepped outside in the back. I was walking by peppers, corn, sweet peppers. On the left side, there was a breadfruit tree, ackee tree, walking through cane, sugar cane, cutting sugar cane, going up to the mango tree, picking mangoes, getting lime, getting coconuts, getting freshly ripe bananas straight from the tree. Looking around, I'm seeing cashew, guineps, sour sops, oranges, tangerines, almond. You name it, it was there. And that's what I fed off of for years to come. And I've not gotten sick. I've never been to a hospital. I've never broken any bones. The most were some major injuries because of cycling, horseback riding, all of that childish stuff. But those were injuries that were caused because you would get hurt. But I've missed even 3 shots when I was
I don't get sick.
17. When I was
Have you
17, the
noticed all
doctor
the
looked
kids
at me.
nowadays have asthma? Kids can't breathe.
Oh,
Like
I don't
or
have
kids
asthma. I
are
have mild
allergic to
asthma.
gluten. They can't have gluten. They can't have
Jamaican
corn.
are allergic to
They
nothing.
can't.
They will
They
eat you
can't go
down.
around dust. I've got a cousin that he's not a. I don't even know if this is true, but I've got a cousin, and they say that he's allergic to dust. He's. You go to their house, and it's like walking into a laboratory. I mean,
Because his body did
everything
not build up the natural
sterile,
immunity to it. In
and it's
Jamaica,
like, I
picnic
mean, what
get
kind of
thrown
life
out
is
in the
that?
bush.
I go out in the yard
In
and
a
go,
Jamaica picnic, the true patriot, little picnic, I go out a tie goat. The goat
yeah.
look like it will draw that child away. But guess what? That child is as strong as an ox.
I don't wear shoes. And that's something else
Bro,
people tell me all the time. You got to wear
I
shoes.
remember.
You're going to catch something, and you're going to catch something, and that it's going to get in your blood, and it's going to kill you. And I'm like, no, I, I don't. I
The
just don't think
body
that's going
builds
to happen.
natural immunity. Look at this. In Jamaica, I'm seeing a child this tall. See? And him will carry 2 goats. And I see the goat kick up. And I just see him draw the goat. And me feel sorry for the goat. That child is being fed off of the land.
Strong.
That child is being strengthened by the land.
Yeah,
And guess what? That
the
child,
best part, the beauty of all this, a child learns what it lives, and our future, our history, our legacy is what we are able to pass on.
that is true.
And if we don't pass nothing, then what happens to humanity? Humanity dies. So that's why, it's like farming and growing. It is so important. Yeah, I could go out here and maybe hustle and get some money, and I could probably go buy something. But at the same time, why would I want to? When you play a role in the creation, that's you expressing what you really are. You are beauty. Every bit of this, all of it, is manifestations of energy, different colors of energy, different spectrums of energy. And when we do not embrace who we really are, that energy it gets to be the wrong color. Call it dark, call it evil, call it bad, to keep things. And this is all back to people being human. Hue has always meant color. What color are you? I'm the rainbow. I am blue and purple and black and red and yellow. I'm the whole rainbow. But then some people, that guy over there, he's gray. And then there's a black guy. And then that's a white guy. Well, fuck fat.
Hmm.
Hue is color.
Yeah,
Color
people,
is beauty.
because look here, I'm in Jamaica. We got Piccolo in Bermuda. We got you in the States. At the end of the day, we're able to speak unitedly. No offenses, no one taking anything personal, because we're grown as human beings that understand, hey, we're all supposed to be connected and have different views
Yes,
and learn from each other.
yes. You're supposed to find out why you're here, who you are, and what your purpose is. And you can never get to know yourself until you get to know this world around you. And people don't. They just so much of the world just doesn't get it. Even my worst enemy is a part of me, and that
Just
worst
because he
enemy
teaches you.
deserves my
He teaches
respect and
you.
my admiration. Because if they were
Okay.
not a part of me, they wouldn't even be my enemy. So they
All
have
right.
a role in me, and
All right. True, Richard.
I'm
I'm
not
going to tell you something,
compromising
and I
on
doubt you're going to believe it. I'm going to tell you
it.
something, and I doubt you're going to believe it. Last time I remember being outrightly angry, full fury, was age 15. I'm 24 now, and that's 9 years.
What'd you get mad about? Something stupid, or was
I
it?
was being bullied, and it didn't sit well, and I whooped some ass.
Did you finally take care of that bully that had been causing problems and problems and
Okay,
problems?
I take care of bullies either by either stealing their girlfriends from them or whooping their asses.
Stealing their girlfriend's usually easy.
No, that's easy. Like it's just adding insult to injury.
Because nobody likes a bully. Even their girlfriends don't like them. They're just,
Well,
they're
yeah,
just there till something better
in
comes.
9 years, I've understood something, and something very simple. It makes no sense fueling anyone's ego, being angry, or being in any form of negative light. Because
Yeah,
guess
no,
what?
no.
It harms only you. For me, that made me realize that my adrenaline is 2 times the normal human being. Said by a doctor, I don't get angry because one, my heart will rupture. I literally passed out during mid anger, but I was still moving. Like the warrior instinct kicked into me, where it was just me in a state of unconsciousness, still whooping ass.
Mm.
I don't want to be that. I always want to be able to control who I am because I want to be responsible for my own actions. So 9 years, I realized, make no sense fuel people, no make no sense being angry or embracing negativity. Just look at it this way. Move on, turn the other cheek. If they do come at you, then you can whoop some ass.
Yeah, true.
But it makes no sense feeling any way about air. All they're doing is talking. It's carbon dioxide. It's gonna be floating somewhere else in the air. Just look into yourself and say, I'm stronger than this, I'm better than this. And by the way, bless up to Piccolo, finally meeting you. How going, my brother?
Yeah, man, everything is good, man.
Oh, glad to see you. And how things where you're from? You're from Bermuda, right?
Yeah, they, they um they just passed a law to decriminalize about 7 grams. Yeah,
Yes.
so
We got 2 ounces here. In Jamaica, they decriminalize it. We have 5 plants, 2 ounces. We can't smoke everywhere, but yeah. We
yeah,
got the license system where I'm going for that license. I'm gunning for it. Next year is the year that I want the license. So you never know. You can visit over. You can be a silent investor partner.
oh yeah, yeah. That's
Bro,
what I said. I have a cousin down there too. I want to link you with still. They yeah, because I want to see if I could do some stuff in that, man.
yeah, we can definitely talk because what I want, I looked at investors, but my investors for me should be people that are passionate about the plant itself and not about making money.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna be 51-49 overall. I'm owning 51, so that 1% can tell people to go suck themselves. The power of business. That's
Yeah.
reverse psychology. it's not 50-50 where in the case we have disputes, you can overrule me and then we have to take with things and cut. It's 51 where that 1% is that majority that still overrules your ass.
Yeah, it's
But
true.
it should be a case where I'm working with people that embrace cannabis overall, want to grow, want to come to Jamaica and see the full potential of this plant. Because the sativas, I'm gunning for those sativas as well. I love them. They keep me up and going. They're not fully grown here, or their potential is not fully met because not a lot of people have the time for it.
Mm.
But if we have a good sativa farm, trust me, and the coffee shop that I want to erect and everything, it will go. It will be one of the pumping revenues. So
Yeah, man.
cannabis has a way of really producing a lot of hidden potential, not only monetarily, you can actually build connections and heal people. Talking today, when I went out, there was an accident on the road. I was talking to one of the guys that is a dealer. Never tried this kush. Won't try it one day, but he uses it for his pain, and I'm going to definitely try the Rick Simpson oil thing and see if he can push it and if he can use it as well.
Yeah, well, you know what, man? Shoot, I was trying to make some oil too, man. Some cream rub for a virgin man that used to suffer for some serious pain. But it looked like he just dead. Was it like last night? He just dead.
Bombard.
Yeah, so I didn't even get to that. Just on the low pass too. But yeah, I know the deal, man. Yeah, man.
Yes, my taxi driver, like a family friend and everything, he died of cancer, throat cancer.
Yeah, yeah. This one died
So,
from sickle cell.
Jesus,
Mm-mm.
so I have a lot of people that have the traits, and guess what them use? You see this? Yeah, man. I
Yep,
got t-
that's how
I got
that's what I'm saying.
I got tested in high school. I don't have any traits, so I'm good. But there are people that have the trait, and this right here helps.
Yeah, but see, that's what I was trying to tell him, man. I was trying to tell him he should try it, man. But he only like to drink, man. But his father uses the ganja, man, and it works out good for him, man. But
Question: in father more like outlive him, not true?
yeah, his father's still alive, man.
Because in father they are use the medicine.
Yeah, man, his father's gonna bury him, man.
Jesus, that's the sad thing. You're burying your own son, and the medicine where you're not even they know say you use right in your hand.
Yeah,
Because
but that's why I wanted to make the cream for him. I wanted to make a cream since he wasn't gonna smoke it. I wanted to make a cream they can use and rub it when the pain comes. But yeah, dead now.
yeah, the sickle cell make it worse. It's coming on to that December time of there, so it really acts up on the body.
Yeah,
The cold climates, the cells don't adapt well. They don't stay in that homeostasis,
yeah,
like where the body regulates the heat properly and everything, and the organs are regulated. Now, if you don't have that with your cells functioning properly,
yeah.
your organs will fail.
And it was a cool place he was coming from too before he died. He was coming back from the plane from New York. Yeah, you're dead right on the plane.
I'm not gonna say I don't like doing this because it's bad, but I was supposed to be a doctor. Kudos for that, high school. But
Mhm.
I think his kidneys failed first. Kidneys shut down, then the liver.
Yeah, he had bad kidneys, man. He had a transplant kidney from one of his cousins.
Kidneys shut down because his body was not regulating properly, and with that, not the fluids and everything were not being filtered properly. Liver went next. Ow.
Yeah,
Medicine people, tell people about it. Don't be shy. At the end of the day, it is each of us. It's our responsibility to educate the world about this plant. We're now being able to fully express what's going on. We have
mm,
platforms such as YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. We have word of mouth. Go to your neighbor. If you see them with pain and arthritis, sickle cell, talk to them. Don't be shy. At times, it's just ignorance built up through generations of propaganda.
Yeah, but I told him already still, you know, but the whole thing about it now is that it's expensive over here, man. Yeah.
So, man, if you can move, come to Jamaica for treatment, then I'll take care of you guys. As I said, the company is not for me. It's for me to give back to the people that we are fully treated
Mhm.
properly. On the coffee shop, I'm scrutinizing the menu like there's no tomorrow because everything's healthy.
Yeah, man, fast move, man. You gotta get that stuff ready.
Look here, a callaloo, cannabis callaloo. I'm going to steam the callaloo with canna butter or cannabis coconut oil.
Mm.
Oh God. Look here, I have my little book of recipes. Anybody steal it, they're a rich person. Because I even have weed jam, everything right down. Cannabis has many hidden potentials.
Yeah, man.
And if it's so medicinal, why not adding it to the food that we eat, like our ancestors? If you look back, we've been drinking herb tea from way back in the tribal days.
Mm.
We've been smoking it. We've been eating the seeds. We've been planting the hemp and using the rope, using it for clothing. Guess what? Cannabis has been here and will be here. We're gonna die and leave this plant, and
And
it's
it's
gonna
still
be
gonna be there,
still.
yeah. Yeah, but I can't wait till people start to use it all over the world like how they use bush tea, man.
Oh God! Look here, bush tea are the best. As I said, I pick mints, lemongrass. If my want, I can drop a little bit of buds in it, and I
Mm.
made that. When you look into it, I'm basically detoxing my body because at the end of the day, you don't need to eat fast food for your body to build up toxins. Your body naturally builds it up. Sweat, you sweat because you need to release the pores.
Mm.
Why not eat food that are basically refining your body? The fresher, the healthier it is, the better your engine runs. Even your feces. The color of your feces tell if you are sick and what your diet composes of.
Yeah,
Most people
definitely.
don't know. Your passings, everything that comes out of your body tells what has been going on. Look at your fingernails. If you see darkening, there's something going on with your organs.
Yeah, that's some of the Chinese philosophy that they had, yeah.
Oh God. Like if there's a book, there are two books that I'm going after. The one I'm getting from my jazz sister. It's basically a herbal recipe book from a, I think it's a Rastafarian or somebody from Africa. I don't know, but it has all of the remedies, the bush, the type of. It's just basically the nomad man's medicinal book. Go around and you pick everything and you use it for your medicine. And Chinese medicine book as well. They've for decades, you can see that they've been living long and look young. They still look young because they are still eating naturally. I said, remember this body of yours is an engine. What you put in is what your body will run off of. There are times you need to detox, take a smoke break, use edibles. If you can't go without cannabis, use edibles. Find different ways to treat yourself. There are times, as I said, a break is necessary. Even in the Bible, they say there is a season, time, and place for everything, a season for everything.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
but I'm just kind of I can't wait to get my something set up, man. That's what I'm waiting on now.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Um, I was thinking of getting molasses and guano by the bulk and sending it out to you guys if you want to buy it.
Yeah,
Like I get
the only thing I have to clear that with customs.
blood seed. I have that. Thank God I have a shipping company that just sends my stuff into the States. But yeah, see, I want to see what custom laws are going because we need to we need to try that. Jamaica has some stuff that can really go out there. So you can send out some sample packets and all of that stuff. Growing should be the new thing. We should move from technology and back to the land.
Yeah, definitely. Well, definitely looking out for the seeds, man. I'm gonna start with the seeds that I have now, but I want to make sure I got some nice
Yep. Put those separate. I had to package those nicely for you. So
yeah. But
as
we might have to do it away though, so that they can't really see it still.
no, just everything package out, package good.
Yeah,
I've been learning from the guys around, and they've been teaching me some stuff. So
yeah, man.
don't worry about that, brother.
Blessed for that.
Yes, well, ganja talk. We move into a lot of topics with this ganja talk. We move into life, people, everything. But overall, that is cannabis in our reality. Cannabis is life.
Life.
It brings different people together. It makes life more interesting. For me, my anxiety, my depression, even my joint pains. I feel like a better person doing this. And through moderation as well. Because as I said, there's always too much of something. I can't drink too much water. My sugar level will fall and I'll be laying down on that floor.
Yeah.
And I can't have too much sugar. There's always a limit. So
Yeah.
people,
Everything in moderation, man.
yeah, respect the plant.
Yeah.
And also take your little breaks. If you don't need to smoke, get some Richardson oil. You wanna look here. I want people to be doing DUIs of that stuff. I want to see more DUIs of people actually making their own medicine because that's what we've been doing.
Yeah. When I see them on the internet, I follow them. There's a few of them. See if I can find a link of one of them.
Yeah, I learned from the internet. I've been learning from the internet, and thanks to YouTube and everybody, I've been just packing in that arsenal ready for basically the market. Oh, so Piccolo muted. Wonder why it went so silent.
Yeah. How do you? I want to bring up the chat inside of the so I can see the chat. I have to keep on going back and forth.
The YouTube chat.
Yeah.
For me, I just minimize everything in a small space, but
Oh.
at times it's hard to basically multitask. Eventually, I'll get good at it and see what's going on.
Probably need two screens.
Probably. Yeah, I need an additional screen.
During me.
By the way, quick question. What made you how did you find my channel?
Tricky D, man. Basically, I was on the Tricky D stream, and somebody said, when I hear them start talking about lamb's bread, they said, "Yo, check Randy, man. Randy has a link. He's working on a link, man." I said, "Yeah, man. Randy, let me see if I can link Randy, man." That's what I'm looking for a long time still.
Yeah, I just kind of got a break in it, so
Yeah.
let's see. New year, new perspectives. That thing has to strive here. I go and be a specialist by the year, done.
Yeah, it used to come Bermuda when they had a charter flight, but they don't have a charter flight anymore.
I think a trip is necessary. Jamaica to Bermuda. Link up and see what gone.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, but we develop. I really want to be a part of a grow association that is not just in my country, but it's worldwide, where everyone is going everywhere to help each other grow, develop the community, and develop cannabis.
I want true.
That's that's the way to do this thing because I learn from you, I learn from everyone else, and that's what's fueling this fire, this cannabis fire. So I was gonna say something. It slipped my mind. Oh my! Yeah, that's when you know I'm really high. But still, it's rather humbling to know that there are people watching and enjoying the show. I really don't know what I'm doing in all honesty. I wing it.
Yeah, that's all it is, man. Just you, man. Just be you. That's all it is. Still.
I wing it. I'm really grateful for everyone watching. I don't know how I've made it thus far, but each day I'm thankful, and each day I feel like I'm getting to be who I want to be.
Yeah. Was it Lemon GF said he found you on Tricky D too.
Yeah, I started with the Tricky D channel,
Yeah.
then jumped over to Ben and was everywhere. I decided to be that Jamaican that decided to be everywhere. You know, so enough.
Yeah,
Jamaican
guest
then
appearance. Yeah.
Jamaican always find themselves in everything.
Everywhere, man. Yeah.
We don't have snow, but we're in a bobsledding. Winter Olympics. But it's truly been a journey, and I'm grateful. So I don't think we can. I don't think we're not gonna end it yet. There are people watching best stuff. I'm going to go to the chat and see what's going on.
Yeah, I'm trying to look at the chat too still.
Let's check my phone as well. I sent out links and there's this Ganja Talk group. Oh yeah, Helix is still alive. Helix there. Okay, I am part cannabis, so don't worry. I can indulge in this Ganja group. Wait, I'm supposed to do a feature on News Talk 93. I want to talk about cannabis. Thankfully, my stream and everything reached that height that somebody looked out and saw that I was doing something. And with my dedication, that I really am dedicated to this thing. No, it's a way of life for me. Waking up and doing what I do is just living for me. I can't do anything other from this. Other from just embracing cannabis, being me, doing the live streams because I am happy just being here. And that's for me what life is. And don't we all want to be happy in life? And I'm still lighting up. Dominic, Helix. Okay, I'm still alive. I'm not dead. So Piccolo, any questions you'd like to ask me? You're being able to be direct. Questioning Randy Gaston. Anything you want to know about Jamaica, growing, anything.
So what part of Jamaica you're from? Oh yeah.
Mandeville, Manchester,
Oh, okay.
the
Yeah.
hill area. It's the cool area because we're in the we're, I can't remember, but we're about 200 and something feet above sea level.
Oh.
So we do experience cool temperatures when it's December. The humidity is 82.
Okay, yeah.
No, the time I'm high. Sorry, the temperature is 82 degrees Fahrenheit. Humidity runs up to the 60s, but it's not bad when you're going outdoors. You just gotta watch out for mold a lot, a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, my peoples, they mother's from San Ann
Mm.
and my
Nor-
father's from Kingston. Yeah,
All right, north of us and basically east of us. For me
yeah.
to go to St. Anne's, Ocho basically drive through Christian and just go due north, and I'm good to go. Good 1 to 2 hour drive, and same for Kingston.
Yeah, it's long, man. I had to drive from what was it from the airport,
Oh God.
but it's always something to see.
Oh, by the way, you passed through Flatbridge.
Yeah.
You see the P Rock.
No, I didn't see that. No.
Oh God, I remember as a child passing through going to St. Anne's from Kingston. Dad be like, look out for the P rock, the what? The pum pum rock. I'm like, what? It looked like a vagina. I'm like, looking out. Daddy, I don't see nothing. Daddy, I don't see nothing. When I hit puberty, yeah, and was in
I
high
didn't see
school,
it.
yeah. Then I saw it. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah,
Nature, you're so perverted. But
yeah,
it's fun
but
to be.
yeah, nature's nature, man. But yeah, I want to get a chance to go down Jamaica and really deal with it proper, man. I didn't really get to deal with it proper when I was down there. We had a little family reunion, but yeah, a lot of my cousins, a lot of my good cousins didn't come. The boy fitted them, so we didn't get to do what we want to do still.
Next visit is a personal vacation for yourself where I go around.
Yeah,
Like I have a couple people where I can go and see their farms, ganja people. I've been immersing myself in the culture, so
yeah.
everything good. And Lemon asked me if what out for what? Moles, snitches, or actual animal moles? Uh,
What this?
I don't get that. We don't have moles here. By the way, mongoose and everything here would I kill it. I'm sorry. Jamaica vicious. I see pigs beating up dogs, cats beating up dogs, dogs beating up this. In Jamaica, not take chat. But yeah, growing here in Mandeville is a bit easier for me because the climate, I don't have to worry about extreme heat. So once I take care of the mold situation, the only other situation is lighting.
What about the water?
Water, ooh, it rains a lot up here, so I don't
Uh,
water too often. But other from that, we have tank systems, we have wells. Once you set up in your tanks and your wells properly, you're good to go.
yeah, that's what I was trying to set up in San Ann because every 5 minutes they're locking off the water.
Hmm.
Yeah,
For us, getting 1,000 gallon for a household, it's a smart investment. For a weed grow up, we're getting 8,000 gallons.
mm,
And with that, we're still building catchments because rain is your best friend. If you can collect it, store it, treat it, it will work out for you.
yeah. That's what they use up here still. They catch your rain on the roof, and when they build a house, then every house has a tank underneath it.
Hmm.
Yeah,
My room is actually under a tank right now.
yeah. That's how they
Not like no, not under a tank. The tank is under us because when the rain falls, I can literally feel the water rushing into this tank.
yeah. But see, that's what I was trying to tell you. The hombre that was on the last stream. No, it was the hombre. She was asking what she could do to germinate, man. I was trying to explain to her that rainwater is good to germinate, man.
Yeah. It was West Michigan girl, rainwater.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, germination for many they try to find the best way to because there are a lot of complications and failures. So they're trying to push out more success than anything else.
Mm,
For me, in the wet napkin method works. Rainwater helps. Aloe helps. To each their own. But at the end of the day, don't expect perfection. It's still nature. Nature will never be perfect unless you go and get that lab seed.
No, so I want the seeds they're gonna send me, man.
Oh, sure. Okay, in Jamaica, if you come out and say you get one seed from overseas, the first thing one Jamaican Rastaman going to ask you, them do anything with the genetics? Them put it in a lab? Is it from a lab? Them no want nothing where they manipulate. If it not straight, if it not normal, if they not pick it from the body, them no want it down here.
Yeah, no, no. What they call it? The modified seeds. Yeah,
Mhm. Jamaica grows naturally, and with that, we always go for a more natural feel with our seeds. You have seed banks here where people just cultivate for carrying on the heritage, basically. That's what I'm seeing it as. Because to carry on a strain for 30 years, you have people that have been growing weed for 30 years and just preserving that strain. That is a dedication. So yeah, in Jamaica, I'm gonna see if we can bring forth that culture. And not a lot of people gonna be up for it on the first go because they're still shy. They still wanna keep their thing undercover. Some people still watching out for Babylon. All of this thing. The weed laws, the still it's like giving you extra length on a rope because not until it's fully legal will
yeah,
it be
yeah.
free. Not until the plant is fully legal, guys, will it be free. Because at the end of the day, decriminalizing it and all of that is just a fancy word for saying, hey, we're still watching you.
Yeah, well, it's the same something that's going over here still. So we just have to watch it and just make sure that we just do our thing.
Best way to do it is watch it and create groups. That's what I'm basically doing with Helix and the guys down here where where the new generation growers, where most of us are in our 20s and the young growers that want to grow cannabis. We want to bring back farming. We want to bring back the natural way of living to Jamaica. So me and about 15 other guys, we're growing, we're experimenting, we're doing everything cannabis related so that when we push out, we're bringing it across Jamaica. We want it to be we want when you go on the shelf, you see cannabis tea, cannabis honey.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, the way how it's set. I'm in the hardware store and we're going over to the B section and we're looking because in Jamaica, thankfully, each child has some form of parent or grandparent that grows on a farm that does something. And we're looking at the honey stuff. And one of my friends, he was here, Alpha. He was talking about the honey thing because his people did the honey and peanuts and whatever. But he's talking, the guy that's there, this elderly guy, is saying, "Do you guys know about this?" But we're like, "No, we just dabble a little, but we know about farming. But what we farm is cannabis." And then we're like going on, and he's like, he didn't shun away from it. He was like interested because for the fact that we know about bees, but also know about cannabis, there's something there. And then we talked about bee honey, how we're going to use the hemp plants and this and that. He was like, "Yo, take my number. We want to talk about this more. This seems interesting because I'm interested in bees." We had an epidemic where it wiped out a lot of bees here in Jamaica, but they're coming back. So we're
Yeah,
getting honey.
everywhere.
And yeah, it wiped out the world. So we're getting back our honey, and there are a lot of potentials for cannabis honey. So he was interested and see, weed should be appreciated in every sector, and that's what we're trying to promote. The younger guys, that even the older heads, the elders, because going to the elders and presenting something worthwhile as a young youth, that feeling, nothing compared to that. Because once we can come together and bring back the tradition to what is being now the new age technology, we can actually produce cannabis what it should be.
Mm.
Yeah, we can have the labs, but guess what? Have it grown naturally. We can do the extractions, but we extract the best of the best quality because we're growing the best at all times. That's what cannabis should be. Hopefully in Bermuda, you have people going experiment because the oils need to come out. You need to have people pressing rosin. You need to have people
But
building.
they're not gonna do the something them yet because that requires so much. The pressing and them stuff. It requires so much because you need like a pound or so, a couple ounces. I remember I says deer over here. So
What about growing? Are you guys able to grow? As for us, I said
some people
5 plants.
have a little thing going on, but you don't really produce much quality, man, unless you probably one or two people know how to produce some quality.
Then Piccolo, you can be the head, the face
Man,
of
so
the activist movement.
that's what that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah.
Because look here, you have friends here in the cannabis community. Look at it, you're worldwide, you're all over because you get to meet people of different ethnic groups, social standards, and geological locations.
Yeah, man.
We can trade knowledge and make the people that grow proper. Because I've been speaking to my dealers and they know what quality is now. Because when we talk about cannabis and we talk about growing, we talk about the differences. And most of the times it's lack of knowledge that's beating this game.
Yeah, man.
Most of the time, a lot of people don't know that, hey, it's not that hard. What you need to do is prepare the plant, let life be in that plant. You put the best. You get the style, you build it if you can build it. If you know how to build it, ask. You might have a 1 and 2 person, and you can ask me, you can ask anyone in the community. Just share that knowledge. You have people building soils, you have people putting the right mediums to the right plants.
Yeah, man.
And then you have that actual building in the community that we need to do.
Yeah, but
Because I didn't know a lot of stuff. Go right ahead.
it's not just that too. You know, they need to be able to organize something proper too, man. Because right, you know, you have different strain for different stuff, man. And you know, back when I was little, I didn't realize why I only liked to smoke the chata ganja. And now that I'm old and I know a little bit more, I understand now because the chata ganja came from Jamaica, man, and that weed is sativa.
Yes, sativa are
And
what it
that's what
is
raised
the
me.
pure THC. That's
Yeah,
basically we're robbing the plant while it's producing those crystals, while it's produced weed grows in stages where it produces CBD, THA, all of those stuff in stages, and as it grows and harvests, each breaks down to build the major byproducts, which is THC and CBD. But what we do, we catch it early and we catch all of that. You're getting a mixture of everything that makes you get a really comfortable high.
yeah,
So we're
yeah,
getting all of that. It's basically hash. We're giving you hash in a way that we didn't even know that we were doing.
yeah. They used to bring that into the island too. They used to have the gum, the hash, the and the bud. But like I said, it's expensive, man.
Well, visit Jamaica. You can get it cheap.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah,
That's
I was down there for my family reunion, man. Somebody gave me a nice little drawer, some good. I took one drawer for that, man. Everything felt like a movie, man.
yo. Best for that. They get some good herb in Jamaica. Trust me, have some good herb where there are times I light it up and I stop and I look on the weed and I say, why you behave so bad?
Uh,
Oh God, me I go high. Jamaica has potential, and that's one of the great factors of it. We don't have here in the Caribbean, we don't know what snow look like. Any day it fall here, we have to move out, we have to move back closer to the equator because they were supposed to do.
yeah.
But we don't experience that winter. We can grow all year round. If we put quality into what we're growing, we can stand strong on the market. Bermuda has, tell the people them, look, when I kind of near to Jamaica, so that, look here, when I experience no winter, you can grow right now, can't you?
Yeah,
If you look outside, you see sun, but you don't see snow.
yeah. No,
All right.
no snow over here. Yeah, it's the same
Best
sun,
time,
but
best,
they need the heat. Though.
best,
We don't get the same sun.
yeah, but best time to grow for you guys, wait until February. February, everything start melt off and downward winds from the states kind of stops freezing us. Start February. By the time it hit December, and have crops on top of crops. And it's gonna be quality after quality because now grow, learn, grow, learn. So let them start February, get seeds. Do you guys have same setting as Jamaica where you have rural communities um where they produce their own crops and sell them to farmers market?
No, some people have it and they could do it, but there's the land is not a lot down here.
Okay.
It's only 21 square miles.
Okay. Reason being, if you guys can use natural stuff that is growing around, it could help with cutting down the cost for buying fertilizer for the plants because not everyone can maintain going to the farm store and buying bulky products. So
Uh,
build from the
that
land
you have to
and
find
learn.
and see if you can get it yourself. But no, there's no place where you can go and get it.
Okay, I'm going to show you something quick and easy. For my calcium and magnesium ratio in my plants, you see this right there here? This is Epsom salt.
Yeah, we have that. Yeah,
I get it for $83 Jamaican. I get the eggshells. I get 2 eggshells to a tablespoon of Epsom salt. That's the ratio that I work out. So I'm sorry it's on another YouTuber's channel. Read about it in the KNF um Korean farming method thing. It works. It helps with the plant. This is an inexpensive way of providing fertilizer and nutrients to your plant. So I break this up. I had it to my compost tea. Compost tea is a great way of basically adding nutrients and just using what's around you. Like you
yeah,
have fruit, you keep that, your peelings and all of that. Put it in a bucket, have that soak. If you get molasses, you're good to go, or some form of agent to have that microorganism or that enzyme build up.
yeah. Something to feed the microorganisms. Yeah,
Yeah, feed the plant and you're good to go. And when you flush properly, you're gonna have a very good quality plant. So there's a lot to this game, man. Bermuda and Jamaica, the Caribbean can play a vital role if them step up to the game. We need to have people learning how to grow properly and actually willing willing to expound in this market.
well, I'm hoping good things are gonna happen because the Prime Minister for Bermuda is inside Jamaica right now.
Oh God, and if you take him up a Boba Hill, make him last up there. Make him stay with
Yeah,
the rest of them. So be a dreadlocks for a good weekend. When he come back to Bermuda, him say, yo, we're gonna legalize it fully. And we're gonna make sure some Rasta brethren them can come.
yeah. He's working on some stuff to see what they could do to build up some infrastructure and them stuff and see how to legalize it like from what Jamaica's doing.
The market is still young, in all honesty. The market in Jamaica is still young where we're issuing license, but not a lot of grow ups are here. We have people that have been growing, yes, for decades. Big up them. Big up the growers that have been doing this art under the silent, never afraid, still a fight the good fight. They're there, and it's just a case where we're now being able to implement the new growing styles, grow better, see what we can do, but also we're still having to be under the thumb of the government most of the sites are almost every site has to be surveillance, security, all of that good stuff.
Yeah,
Everything has to be by legal settings, and yes, that's good for the overall market, but it's still a learning curve for a lot of people.
yeah,
But as I said, the market is still young, but if we ourselves push for this plant, we can see this development that we so rightfully deserve. We can go and when we say, oh, we're gonna get corner shop weed, that's still quality.
yeah. What we need, what I think the next step for us, man, we need to, they need to give us our plant limit, man. Because right
That's
now
true.
they don't give us nothing. So it's just saying that we could have the 7 grams and that's it.
Thank God for our plant limits. I said
Yeah.
5 plants and we're good to go. Although
Yeah. So
some
I don't know
people
where they
kind
expect
of
us to get it, man.
don't worry, we'll fall from the sky like manna.
Yeah.
AKA Randy going to fly one plane. Don't worry.
That's what I was
If
saying. Yes, I was saying last time in the chat room. I said I need I need the Bud Fairy to come across and bless me, man.
I mean, the herp I go get a pilot
Give me a nice
license
poke underneath my pillow.
and just I
A nice
would be
7 gram.
incarcerated though, flying over flying over the world like Santa Claus in a plane, hemp fuel, and just dropping weed into just random places.
Well, shoot, the police just picked up one the other day. They picked up was it a 100-pound package
Uh,
that was inside the water, floating right by where I live too. Man. I said, "Wow, why couldn't I find that, man?"
and the funny thing, as a cannabis connoisseur, my friend, you'd find a way and salvage that, and no one would know.
Oh yeah, that's what I was saying. But they
Yeah.
said that the police had that one on watch though. They was watching to see if anybody was gonna pick it up, man.
Oh, they find it. Okay. In all honesty, as a smoker, as a cannabis lover, if you are walking and you stumble upon 100 pound of weed, and you know a sting and you see a quality and you go over and you look upon it and you see and you see that it's clear, like you have the opportunity. God has presented the opportunity. Jah show the way, and you can move with it. In all honesty, I would I would find a way. I don't know if my body could maintain it, but I'll build wheels. I'll find a way, and no one would ever see it move.
Yeah, that's how I do it too. I found a couple grams before, man. I found like a gram of weed wrapped up in a plastic bag, man. That's how my eyes is sharp. Somebody
No.
must have been just getting searched and they just chew it on the ground and lost it. Didn't know where to pick it up. And then I was walking and found. I said yes. I said yeah, man. Blessed for this. I just dried
Oh,
it because it got wet a little bit. I just dry it out. I said yeah, man. Mm-mm. Yeah, it's scarce out here, man. Very scarce.
oh God. You know the funny thing is, I have to really love Jamaica, although it's not legal. There are times like even when now when it decriminalized, there are times where out there I'm just see somebody that's spliffing at them, the side of their mouth and they're just there, Harry, like there's no worries to this world. Man, I cook jerk chicken for a girl out in the road. Me in another town, man, I grill up chicken for you. And you just want to just swift in their mouth.
Yeah,
And you're like, and you just you know what? It's life. Embrace the culture for what it is. This plant is love.
yeah. The most of that what we got is we got the fishermen. We can go out and then that's how we blaze. Go out in the boats and go fishing out in the ocean and just have a good poke out there and just rolling out back to back, man, and just fishing and then come back in the night.
Well, I can't swim, so we're not the fishing thing. I go there on the beach side. Like when you come pickle, we can go to the beach side and smoke.
No, man. When you come, man, hopefully I have my boat fixed up back, man. I want to bring you on the boat, man.
Okay, so I'll just go get swimming lessons then.
Yeah, but
Oh,
it's easy to swim over here, man, because there's a lot of salt in the water. So
Look here, I think fast. I may look small, but I'm muscle.
Oh,
I've
trust me,
I've
I know,
I,
man.
I've trained my body to have only muscle. So I didn't get the coordination down because when I dived in,
Yeah.
my swimming technique is called Jamaican big stone. We just think to the bottom, like you just start sink. Take in water and just go, 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 go. God damn it, I'm drowning. Eventually I'll learn, but yeah, we had a nice like a trip. But I can't believe it's that scarce over there. Then again, the world is different.
Yeah,
To the cultures that have embraced
it's
it, bless
scarce,
up.
but if you have money, you can get it still.
As always, if you have money. But still, bless up for everything I've gone. We've been 2 hours in the live stream. Much love for that. And I'm seeing Ganja claws. Yeah, man. Girl in a hemp air mobile vehicle. I don't even want to say plane. I want to ride in style. Go over there, be like, yeah, man, just drop pounds of weed. Not even down chimney. Drop it from your block. Yeah, man. Oh, yeah, it's the new Christmas song, Puffing Through the Spray. No, we need to come up with a Christmas song, people. A Ganja Stoner song.
I'm sure there's plenty of them, man.
No, we need to have our own, the 2017 Ganja song. So we're gonna have rehearsals later. We go, yeah, man. Make it a thing.
I need to have some sativa to build
That's
something
it.
like that, man. When I have this sativa in me, man, I could build anything, man. Cause I played music too, man, but I lost some of my
Okay.
equipment, so I haven't really played any
Do
recently.
you play the guitar? Do you play the guitar?
Now I play the piano and the drums. I have a guitar.
Okay, I'll take piano lessons and guitar lessons, and I'll get you some sativa. We'll ask around for all the sativas that I know I can get, and get you a care package. I said,
Yeah,
this is a barter system. You have skills that I want.
yeah, man. I'm making a program right now too, 'cause that's what I do for my living. Still, I'm a programmer. I'm making.
Nice, IT. I did networking in university.
Yeah, I build programs. I'm making a program, a game for music learning.
Okay, I'll do the beta testing for
Yeah,
that.
man. Check out some of my videos on my channel, and you'll see. You'll see some
Will
of
do. Will
my
most
old
definitely
equipment that I
do.
used to have.
So I say it's been 2 hours, and Helix is. I'm gonna check if I'm dead.
He's resting.
But yeah, we're gonna head off now. It's been a good ganja talk. We talked about a lot, and that's a really good thing. We touched on a lot of topics, cannabis overall, and this should happen. I gonna make it an actual program, get panelists and everything, ganja talk. Yeah, man, get everything set up. So we're gonna make it happen, people. Ganja talk has been really fun. We learned, we heard a lot. We embrace a lot of different ideas. So bless up to everyone in chat. Bless up to Piccolo, Sun, True Patriot
Yes, bless up
for
everybody.
being here. And much love to everyone. Randy Gaston from Jamaica. Peace.